Everybody's grounded, but like, when am I supposed to see her?
Well, I get that, but I mean, that's one of the consequences of being grounded.
I should be able to talk to my kid, our kid, you know, like.
When we all decided to parent together and we get into an argument and they use the my kids or these are our kids, like, it does hurt. Is that intentional? Is it on purpose? In the moment, I don't know. Who's in Mama's tummy? Good job, high five.
Who's the father?
We really don't want to know the paternity of our children if we can avoid it. The reason is the only real consequences that could come from finding out for us at this stage are negative.
Oh. Sean sent me a text that said, I guess we know who the dad is, and then that was it.
I would assume that blood type, you know, everyone would know that blood type tells us paternity. And so for him just to send it, not even thinking about it, it's pretty irresponsible and pretty irritating.
I'm feeling a little bit like triggered because I didn't know any of this was going on at all. I wish that he could talk to me about this stuff too. Hi.
Hey.
What you doing?
Making a bottle.
That's good. Have you talked to Sean at all about the text?
No. I need to, but I don't really want to.
Yeah.
Here's what happened. Tyler and I took Quentin to a checkup. The doctor gave us all the updated information, his height, his weight, and his blood type. Tyler sent that in our group chat, as we usually do, and it didn't even cross our mind that his blood type could indicate paternity. And Sean looked it up. Both him and I are type B. And according to what he found, 2 type B parents cannot make an O baby, which is Quentin's blood type. Tyler hasn't talked to Sean about it, and I haven't talked to Sean about it either. But I can tell that he's upset. And I don't want this to change anything for Sean. I don't want him to have anything in the back of his mind about being less than a parent because he's not Quentin's biological father. Guess what?
No. What?
My milk came in.
No.
It's like a fountain.
I'm glad your milk came in because guess what? Mine didn't.
Oh, no.
I mean, it's not that big of a deal. Like, if yours came in, then that
Yeah,
kind of
no, I still appreciate you trying.
Taya's been kind of stressed and struggling with breastfeeding, and I'm really sad that I'm not able to breastfeed. I wanted that for my relationship with Quentin, and it feels like even though I tried, like I still failed at doing that, and that's something that I really wanted to happen.
No, I really appreciate you and how much you tried, how hard you tried. I think we can find some other ways for you to bond with him still.
Yeah.
I mean, you could still latch him.
Okay.
Bonding.
Yeah, bonding. Here, destroy my nipples.
For no real reason.
No reason. Or I could just feed him bottles.
Yeah, let's do that.
Okay.
Can you imagine the looks we would have got if we were both breastfeeding Quentin in public? Just passing him back and forth.
Yeah, you breastfeed him and then pass him to me, and I whip out if I start nursing him as well. Then we'd really get some funny looks.
Being able to breastfeed Quentin would be going way above and beyond. Alicia's just as much Quentin's mom as I am, and we're gonna do all the mom things. Just looking for ways for her to continue to bond with our shared son outside of breastfeeding him that she can.
My bath time?
Yeah.
I get to go take a bath?
Yeah.
All by myself?
Yeah.
Deal.
Okay, I got it. I'm sorry it took so long. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Between my two partners, they're very different when it comes to expressing emotions. My husband, Sean, will a lot of times keep it to himself as not to burden anybody else. And my boyfriend, Tyler, a lot of times will be a lot quicker to talk about his emotions out loud. I can tell Sean's upset, so I need to talk to him. I don't want him to have to deal with it alone. Hey, babe.
Hello? What's up?
I just wanted to come check in with you. How's your game?
It was good. I've been stuck on the same level for like 2 weeks, so it's fun, you know?
Since I've become polyamorous, I have learned the hard way not to get involved in other people's arguments. When it comes to the guys disagreeing, it's a really fine line between being a listening ear and feeling like you're being defensive over one or the other. I know that Tyler didn't send that text maliciously, and I want Sean to know that, but there's a very fair chance that that could come off as defending Tyler when Sean's upset, and I definitely don't want to make things worse. I just wanted to check in again about Tyler setting the whole blood type thing. I know you said you were fine over text message and all that, but I wanted to check in now that there's been some time in between. And
yeah, I was definitely not happy when I got the text, just because it feels like it should have been a conversation like, do you want to know the blood type? Because that is telling right there. I don't know. Why would you tell anybody that? If the roles were reversed, I never would have said anything. When I first got the text from Tyler and blood type was in there, I was taken aback a little bit. I was like, that's something that could tell us paternity, and you just willy-nilly throw it in a text message. It's kind of a move. I didn't want to know this. Like, why on earth would you ever tell me this? And why on earth would you want to know it yourself anyways? It's frustrating, and it's something that, you know, I can never really get back, and now I have this information that I didn't want to begin with.
So, you're upset with Tyler?
Yes, 100%. I just thought it was not okay for him to send that. You found out, which is fine. Like, it's not your fault. It's just like, I never would have thought to send it without asking first.
It's such a different reaction across the board. Like, I checked in with Felicia, and it didn't even register.
Yeah, but you already know that you're the mother. Like, the biological mother. So, like,
I know.
So I see why your brain doesn't go there, but, I mean, I don't know how you wouldn't be irritated if the roles were reversed.
I'm emotional because I am very protective of Sean. I have been from the very beginning of our relationship, but hearing that he had a big reaction it's upsetting for me. I care about him, and I don't want him to be sad or hurting at any time. I just feel bad.
But you didn't do it maliciously. You didn't even think you did.
It doesn't mean that it doesn't.
Sure. You know, Tyler and I have had some pretty hefty arguments over the years. There was one time we were on vacation. We had a good argument. Tyler and Alicia packed up the kids, drove home without us. You can get that pissed off that quickly enough to pack up the car and leave from a family vacation and take the kids with you. It's a pretty telling thing to me. And so it was scary. It was scary to think that the kids could be yanked just that quickly from us. Why are you crying there?
I think that there's been like so much that we've worked through building up to this that it shocks me anytime something else comes up. This is our family at stake, and we really have come so far. But every time something like this comes up, I'm always fearful that it's going to be the one thing that could lead to our family falling apart. Sorry, you. Nervous to work out.
It'll be good to get your body moving.
As much as I want to lay in bed all day, I think that's a sign I need to get up and get moving. I've recently been cleared to work out again since Quentin is 6 weeks old, so we decided to head out to a baby yoga class. It's definitely nice to get out of the house, especially with Alicia, get away from the guys. I mean, we love them, but they've got their own issues, and it's nice to just get out, just the two of us with Quentin, and be able to spend some quality time together.
It doesn't have to be rigorous exercise in order to feel better. Just getting any sort of like movement, get those endorphins going, you know?
Yes. Since giving birth just a little over a month ago, I have not been feeling my best. I definitely am not back to feeling myself. Postpartum is really hard, and the anxiety post-kids is its own beast, for sure.
Have you had a chance to talk to the guys at all about how you've been feeling with the anxiety and stuff?
I don't know if they're in the best position to, like, support me right now, especially with Sean. Like, him and I talked about finding out Quentin's blood type finally, and he is just upset about the way he found out.
I mean, is he upset about actually knowing the information?
That's not necessarily what he's upset about. I think he's upset about the fact that Tyler and I could have asked you guys if you wanted that information, if we would have caught on to what it meant, and given you the option.
Sean and Tyler aren't on the best terms right now, but Tay and I have been there too. Like, we've had to be really intentional and put in a lot of work to overcome some of those differences and build that trust and have a really good foundation. And the guys just haven't quite got there yet.
It feels like a little bit of a blindside to find out this information, whether we're okay with it or not. And I think that's what's uncomfortable.
Yeah, we weren't prepared for this. We've had conversations about not knowing, but never the conversation of what happens if we find out. What I'm hurt about and sad about is that not only was I with Sean when he found out and he didn't say anything, which sucked, but also, like, he still hasn't talked to me about it. I was with Sean when we got the text from Tyler about the blood type, and I literally had no idea that he felt any sort of way about it. And rather than open up to me, he decided to text Taya. I definitely think that Sean confides in Taya more. It's been an ongoing issue in Sean's and my relationship for the entire relationship. I want to be able to be that support for him. And I just feel like he keeps me at arm's length and doesn't trust me enough to confide in me at all. We don't talk about our feelings very well, or it's like the way I come across to him sometimes, like, doesn't get received well. And so I'm worried that I'm either not going to articulate it well, or he's going to brush it off as like, oh, well, it's not a big deal. Like, I don't know why you wanted me to talk to you. And then I'll feel invalidated. So, like, I'm going through this whole scenario in my head of, like, how the conversation is going to potentially not go well. So why even bring it up?
I think that Sean has to make an effort to open up to anybody because he's just not ingrained that way. He's not comfortable that way. Honestly, he's been so much on his own, like, his whole life. Sean doesn't have a lot of other people in his life that are on his side. And it's taken a long time for him to open up to me. I know it's hard for Alicia not to take things personally, but it's not about her. It's a him issue.
I'd rather minimize my own feelings about it than try and, like, talk to him and create another situation.
Hi.
Friends, do we want to get a beer going?
I would, please. Could I have a Nebula?
Yeah, absolutely.
Can I get strawberry lemonade?
Of course, I'll be right back.
I'm meeting up with my sister, Kelsey, today to have some dinner, just kind of chat and catch up. I really want to fill her in on what's been going on with Sean and I and the blood type text and that whole situation. Sean and I have had some pretty explosive fights in the past, especially around parenting, and this one's pretty serious. So I'm looking to hopefully get some advice, maybe just vent a little bit. And I trust my sister for all that. Thank you very much.
I'm just a double dipper.
That's fine.
I can't put it on my own plate.
We're related to be the same terms, right?
I guess. I think so.
So I went with Quentin to his appointment, and they told us his blood type, and I'm like, oh, great. Like, just, because with 4 of us, whenever we have doctor's appointments, we always, like, just text that stuff real quick to keep everybody updated before we can forget, kind of thing. And they're like, oh, he's type O negative. I'm like, oh, cool. Hey, by the way, Quentin's type O negative.
You didn't even think about it.
No. I'm not a doctor, but apparently him having type O negative blood and me having type O negative blood is a pretty strong indicator based on everybody else's that
Yeah.
he's genetically mine, which...
I feel like I already knew that Quentin was his. Me and him have the same DNA, so I can tell when a child is similar feature-wise.
So have you had a conversation with Sean?
I haven't yet. I feel like I owe him an apology, but also I don't want to bring it up if would rather I don't. I want to apologize, but I don't want it to be just for me. I only want to do it if it's actually going to benefit him and make him feel better.
Just pretending that it didn't happen is not the solution.
Fair.
Even though you want it to, because you're the one that messed up.
It's good advice. I'm not a real confrontational person. I'm a little bit nervous to bring this up to Sean. Even though I sent this text message by accident, it's got consequences to it.
that could really affect his and my relationship that's already kind of strained to start with. We don't communicate about our feelings that well, and a part of me is just hoping it goes away.
I don't feel like it's benefiting you in any way to avoid it.
We've always said the biology doesn't matter. He's
Yeah.
our kid no matter what kind of thing, right? It's one thing to say that, and then it's another thing to actually test that limit, right?
How do you feel about you're not on his birth certificate? So now that you know that you're the bio dad, but you have no legal rights.
Honestly, I hadn't really thought about it from that angle.
Do you feel like if the situation were to blow up that you would want to know who fathered who?
I don't think so. The only way that I can imagine wanting to is if I needed to fight for my own parental rights or something. You know what I mean? Of like, hey, they're trying to keep me away from these kids and I love them, and I'm like, last ditch effort, maybe if I can prove this.
Yeah.
But I really don't ever expect to or hope to do that.
I don't like the fact that he doesn't have legal rights to Quentin. I feel like it could just get really messy. I feel like they try to avoid that because they don't want that to be the end result. But I feel like it's a conversation that they have to have. There's two others that you don't know, like, for a fact. So, like, that one probably hurt, in a sense, for him to hear, but, I mean, it's possible that the other two are his.
As Oregon residents, our state law says that the married spouse of the birthing mother goes on the birth certificate. It's kind of sad to think that even though this is my son, I don't have any legal ties to him and I can't be on the birth certificate as a parent. The biggest thing for me is if we split up, these are my kids no matter what.